Hey, Riley's back, and so are the Joss Boys. On this new episode of Buffy's Angels, wherein yours truly, Daniel Ehrenberg, and his truly, Logan Beadair, cover one episode of Angel called Loyalty and one episode of Buffy called As You Were. Logan, how's Buffy treating you this week?
Like, I don't care about how Buffy's treating me. I just care about how Riley's treating me, and he's treating me so good. I was worried that he was gonna show up and die. I gotta be honest. I was like, if they kill Riley, I'm gonna be so sad. But they gave him like the happiest ending. Not ending. He might show up again. I don't know.
No.
Don't. Oh, all right. But they gave him a great ending, I guess, and I can live with it. I
Okay.
obviously, as you guys remember, I love Riley. Hopefully, you guys remember.
Yeah. Logan's wearing his balls
Oh,
t-shirt
true. I
right
forgot to say
now.
that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I showed
He
Daniel.
was so excited. He turned on his video at the beginning of the podcast to show me. And there it was in all its glory, all those balls.
Yeah, but there are only two that matter.
That's right. Riley Fins.
Two that count.
Okay.
Sorry, I looked down to check what it said again.
Hmm. Okay. This week had pretty good episodes.
I think great
I'd say.
episodes.
Okay, you think great episodes. We'll get into them. I think they both got some ups and downs. Maybe Angel's a little better for me this
Oh,
week.
really? I was gonna say
But
Buffy is better.
yeah. Um boy, next week. That's an interesting week. We'll get there. Okay. But let's start with Angel. This aired Feb 25, 2002. All right. Now, a lot going on this day. The Winter Olympics are ending in Salt Lake City. All right.
On
We
this
had an
day.
American Winter Olympics. Yeah, on this day. And the the Canada beat the US in the finals for hockey.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, yeah. But they started it.
Yeah, they
They
deserve it.
deserve to win. Yeah, so Joe Sakic, he did real well that year. He was the captain of the Colorado Avalanche at the time.
All right.
Uh and what else we got? The BAFTAs happened
The
the
British
night before.
Academy of Film, Television, and Arts. BAFTA.
BAFTA. Very good.
Thank you.
Shout out to Henry. And they gave Best Picture that year to Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring. I
Hell yeah. The
remember
best
that
one, right?
the yeah, I feel like the Oscars held off. They were like, "We'll give it to Return of the King. It'll celebrate the whole trilogy, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But Return of the King, like a lot of it sucks. So like
It doesn't suck.
I think actually in hindsight, the BAFTAs look better. They were like, we'll give it to the real well, they might have given it to Return of the King too. I don't remember.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, I guess we were like, let's hold off until the end of the trilogy. And they were like, fuck it. We'll give it to them now.
It's true. Yeah, they
Yeah.
love well, Peter's from New Zealand. They don't care about New Zealanders. Isn't
Yeah.
he a New
Uh
Zealander?
he is. Shrek won for best adapted screenplay. I want to say that. And also this was the year of Russell Crowe's poem. Do you are you aware of this?
I'm not.
All right. This was a big deal at the time. Okay. Russell Crowe, he was like I don't know. This was when like Russell Crowe was like sort of known for getting into fights and stuff.
Okay.
And so he read a poem in his acceptance speech. For he won Best Actor for A Beautiful Mind, and in his acceptance speech, he read a poem, and it the show didn't air live, and they ended up cutting the poem from the broadcast. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently Russell Crowe went up to the producer of the BAFTAs and like beat him up
All right.
for cutting his poem. And at the time, that was like a big deal. He got a lot of bad press for that, and people say that might be part of why Denzel was able to take him out at the Oscars a couple months later.
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Denzel's
Wait,
not going to beat anyone up.
Russell Crowe
He's
didn't
a,
win for A Beautiful Mind, an Oscar?
didn't Denzel win for Training Day?
Did they not both win, probably? Lead and supporting, maybe?
Oh, maybe you're right. Let me look
Because I
that
felt
up.
like Russell Crowe, that is his Oscar.
Well, didn't he win two for like that and Gladiator? Maybe.
Oh, maybe. I thought oh no, Joaquin won for Joker. That was his first one. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a good question. Yeah, look it up.
All right.
I know Denzel won. That's a fact.
No, no, Denzel. He didn't win for Beautiful Mind. Denzel won lead actor, and Russell
Okay.
Crowe lost. And
Okay.
people say it was because of this poem
Okay. So Beautiful Mind is just known for winning Best Picture and Best
and
Director.
supporting actress. Jennifer Connelly won for that.
Right. Shout out to her.
And it won best adapted screenplay. I remember that because I made fun of it a lot because it was written by the same guy that wrote Batman and Robin, and I was like, best Oscar, Oscar winner, the Batman and Robin guy, the same dude who wrote The Iceman Cometh.
Yeah, what a great
Uh,
burn. You won an Oscar, but in your past you wrote Batman.
I was ripping on fucking the Oscars, not him. Good for
Oh,
him, I guess.
okay.
All right. We had a big birth on this day
I love
that
this.
the Angel episode aired. Yeah, someone who's famous now. I mean, not super famous, but hey, remember that movie Coda?
I do.
Remember that girl from
Vaguely.
Coda who was the child of deaf adults?
If you showed me five girls, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you who it was.
No, me neither. But when I Googled her, I did recognize her.
Okay.
Her name's Amelia Jones. All right. She's also on Lock and Key on Netflix. But anyway, she was born this day. An abominable week at the
I didn't know
box office.
that's really young. She's like super young.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's 23. She was
It's
in,
not that young.
I mean, younger than me. She
Yeah.
was in a movie that won Best Picture many years ago, 3, 4 years ago.
I suppose that's true.
I don't know. That's just crazy.
All right. The horrible week at the box office. I mean, the top three movies are among the worst movies ever. Number one, Queen of the Damned, debuting at number one.
Okay.
Now, I was very excited for this film at the time because they made the vampire a rock and roll singer, okay? And he and they had Korn do all the music. So it was lots of a vampire lip syncing some new Korn tracks. All right, so I was pretty pumped, but the
That
movie was not very
pumped you.
good. I loved Korn at the time,
All right.
and Aaliyah was in it. Um, and she had died by the time the movie came out. She was, of course, decapitated in a plane crash, and it's a really fascinating movie. Like I would love to do a commentary on it.
Um,
Like I feel like there's like every scene,
say
every
the name of it
moment of
again.
that movie is worth talking about. Queen of the Damned.
All right. I mean, that'd be fun. Should I just watch it for the first time in the commentary track? That'd be fun. I don't
Maybe.
care as much as you.
Anyway, John Q came in at number two, and then number three, Dragonfly with Kevin Costner. And really all I remember about that movie is he ends up in Africa at the end of it.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into the angel of this all. The writer this week is Mare Smith, big fan from the posting boards. This is her third episode of the season. Having a pretty good season, I gotta say. She wrote Fredless and Birthday, and now this one.
Oh yeah, oh, yeah.
James A. Contner
Was
He's
Fredless when
our
we got the heavy on the sauce? Was that episode?
no, that's from Disharmony, son.
Oh, of course it was. I got my girls mixed up. I think that's what happened just then.
Okay.
What was her order? Was it thin crust, tandoori chicken and pineapple, thin crust, heavy on the sauce? Was that it? Was that all the order?
I think you got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I nailed it. Oh shit, hell yeah.
I can't believe you remember tandoori chicken.
Well, I think that's the first time I'd ever heard of that.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
maybe
That's
that's
the
why.
only time I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, that's why I know it.
All right. James Conner's directing. He's an old hand. We've had him for a long time. He just directed Dead Things over on Buffy a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And now we've got and this season he did Carpe Noctem on Angel. So now he's back. And that's all I got. Let's hear your notes.
Okay, so it's the next day from the. I feel like are these shows going at the same pace?
No.
Okay, I actually never thought about that until right this very second. But because this
Yeah,
show is
they,
like
they go at wildly different paces once Angel moves networks.
okay, because the last episode was like the same that picked up like the same night from the day we were at. Like we were still wearing the same clothes. Remember, Angel put his suit up
Yeah.
from Cordelia and like smelled it. And then now it's like the very next day from that because Wesley's still asleep after he decoded that message. And we get the title of the episode in the first.
I feel like there's
30...
a stretch in Angel season 4. I feel like there's a stretch of about 13 or 14 episodes that take place over the course of 2 weeks.
That is awesome. I freaking love that.
All right.
Did you catch this though? They say the title of the episode in the first 30 seconds of the show.
Oh yeah, I did notice that actually.
And usually they don't even say the title at all in the whole episode. But Gunn comes in and says, "Wow, I respect Wesley's loyalty to the company." It was weird. But
Yeah,
was there any other right loyalty, or was it? Or did that just mean that? What other loyalty?
I got loyalty inside my DNA.
Oh, that's what it means. Oh, I don't know. Wesley's like dreaming, right?
Yeah, that's right. It is
Because Angel turns into a vampire and kills Connor.
right,
and, like,
and then like blood comes out of that book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his hands are. Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, and Gunn does this crazy thing where he goes tick tock West, running out of time, but he's like saying it like a devil or something.
Oh yeah, I got
like
excited because it reminded me of Karrion Kross.
Is that a wrestler?
He's a wrestler that says TikTok sometimes.
It wouldn't remind you of the app or Kesha?
No, because it was like a scary dude saying it.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But then we
brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack.
You know what she says before that,
that's
right?
from the Kesha song. No, what does she say?
I wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
P. Diddy, that's right. Good call.
What are you telling us, Kesha? You ever been to those parties?
That'd be crazy. I don't think so. I think she's just been gross in her life, and I
don't even think that's.
Can all relate to that.
I don't think we knew he was so gross back then, did we? Actually, we did. There are interviews coming out now where he's like talking about his parties back in the day. He's
it was an open secret. It was like the Weinstein thing. Everyone knew the Weinstein thing, and then when that came out, we were like, well, then why didn't you say something?
People were scared. They didn't want to stop making a lot of money,
Yeah.
So we're at a hospital. I love this part where Angel's talking to these two mothers and he gives them a lot of great advice. He's like, well, if you don't want to wake up your other kids, then just tape the sound and let your baby listen to it. It's like, wow.
Yeah. One of them calls him Mr. Dad or something.
Yeah. He's like, well, I am Mr. Dad. And then, but that other one was like a thief. She worked for Holtz, right?
She went in and stole the blood sample. She worked for Wolfram and Hart.
Oh shit. Really? I thought she gave the blood to like. Oh yeah, you're right. Because Lila says. Because
later on, Sajan is like, we need, this is gonna be a hard thing. We need the kid's blood, and Lila's like, got it.
Yeah, you're right. There's so many sides right now. It's a little too hectic. It's like a Pirates of the Caribbean film. Am I
They're
right?
all gonna come together soon, baby. It is like a Pirates of the Caribbean film, except good.
Except good. All right, fair enough. And I like this little fun vampire joke here where Angel shakes the hand of the doctor, and the doctor's like, and the customers bitch about my cold hands. That was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
I was shocked he said bitch. I was like,
Yeah, me
wow.
too. There's a lot of cursing in these
Mr.
two episodes because Willow in Buffy at the end of the episode goes bitch, talking about Riley's wife.
Yeah, I like that moment though.
Love that moment. Yeah, but what? That's that. Is that a thing with doctors? That's a thing, right? They have cold hands. Is it because they wash their hands all the time? So their hands are always
Maybe
cold
I just think it's because they're always handling people,
and
So
cold
like
utensils.
they get a lot of complaints. Yeah, and hospitals are drafty.
They are.
I
You
was
gotta
always
gotta keep it
cold. Oh
cold.
my god, when I was in the mental hospital, Logan, I was freezing in there, and they wouldn't let me have my hoodie.
That's
Like
crazy.
I
Well, they
went
think
in
you
there
probably
with
might
the
hang
hoodie.
yourself.
That's what it was. They said we'll let you have the hoodie if we cut off the drawstrings and the hood.
Holy
And I
shit,
was
that is
like,
so scary.
I don't know. I really like that hoodie. So I just stayed cold.
Yeah. Wow. They should
Yeah.
have realized like he loves the hoodie. He's not gonna kill himself. If he has that much of an attachment to the hoodie, he clearly wants to see it again in the future. He's not gonna kill himself.
Good point, man.
That's like when you see people like when somebody you think they kill themselves, but it's like no, they had plans. They wouldn't kill themselves. They had plans for the future.
It's
It's like
true.
one of
What was
those
I
things.
just watching like that?
I don't know. I feel
I
like
was just
I'm
watching something, and they were like, oh, it was the Menendez thing. It was like he was. What was it?
I don't
Sorry,
know.
never. This is
That's a
bullshit.
common thing though.
Yeah, they were talking about how like the parents. Oh, because one of their arguments was like they were worried the parents were gonna kill them,
Right.
and it was like the mom had like a trip planned to New York where like she had like appointments like at a hair salon and shit. And it's like she's gonna like go kill her kid and then like get her haircut that day. Like it doesn't make sense.
They might not have been fearing for immediate death, but maybe like that they could have killed them months from then.
No. Like they said they had a plan.
Oh,
They were like they were gonna kill us on this boat, but then there were people on the boat. And then the argument was like, but there were always going to be people on that boat. It's not like it was a surprise that day.
but I think when you're planning to kill your kids, you do need to plan to make your life seem normal after that because
They
you
were not planning on killing their. I don't. God, you any excuse.
no. I'm just
You,
arguing. I'm just arguing.
I'm just saying you lionize these Menendez boys. It's very weird.
No, I never even thought about it till like last week.
You ever
But
see that basketball card?
what's that?
There's a basketball card where the Menendez brothers are visible in the front row of the basketball game.
Oh yeah,
And it's like after they killed their parents.
yeah. It's like Gary Payton, but then it's the Menendez
Right,
brothers.
right.
I have seen this. That is crazy. That's exactly what I'm talking about though. They killed their parents and then had to go live normal lives to try to like
No, they
keep up
killed
the
their parents, and then we're like,
went on a spree.
let's splash out. We're gonna buy some coke and like stay at the Bel Air Hotel and go on the front court of basketball games.
Right, but I think they're thinking of from her perspective, like if they were the mom, they would have to go get their hair done, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
I think what I'm saying makes sense, but it is weird. I'm trying to defend them so much.
Yeah, that's all we've been doing. Like ever
Yeah.
since Hey, I'm watching here. Logan
Yeah.
is on this big kick where he's like, it's like the Central Park Five, but he's that way with the Menendez brothers.
You know, there's a
Dudes who
new
absolutely killed their parents.
and turn them to soup. I like how you describe
Yeah.
that. They're coming up with a new documentary, right? On Netflix. Netflix is dropping their own thing about them.
Oh, really?
We could do like an and twins about the Menendez brothers. Like
Maybe we should, man.
we should have done that actually.
Dude.
We could do Firefest.
I am so excited about the new Netflix documentary about Vince McMahon.
Oh my god, me too. Bill Simmons is
Yeah.
a producer on that, and I listened to
Yeah,
his podcast.
yeah.
and he's been talking about it a lot. I know he has to because he's going to make money from it, but it sounds super exciting. That's just right
No,
up our alley
yeah,
too.
if Bill Simmons is involved, it's gonna be really good. And like
Yeah, he put
I
out good
trust that
puts out
guy.
good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, he's a good content creator, guys. And
He really is though. He's really
yeah,
smart.
but I mean, I feel like we're gonna get so much that we've always wanted to know.
Yeah, it's like coming out when like tonight, today. It's
Today,
out right now. I think.
it's out right now. Yeah, I've
Oh
already
my
seen people
goodness.
reacting to some shit. Like, I don't know. Stone Cold said some weird shit about Chris Benoit.
Well, I hope so. I hope a lot of people said weird stuff about him.
No, but he was like, I don't believe in CTE. I was like, Stone
What?
Cold, what are you
Oh,
doing?
that's not good then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I felt we went on a tirade. Where are we even at? Oh, that
uh,
woman comes in to steals the blood, and that's where we're at.
yeah, and his hands are cold.
Very cold, yeah. And so Angel, he this was crazy. He uses Cordelia's credit card. He just gave her money in the last episode to go on vacation, but secretly he steals money from her off her credit card. How crazy was that? He's like, yeah, I memorize
Ah,
her credit card when I buy stuff online.
yeah,
Hope
he'll
they
put
tell her
more
about
shit
that.
on there. He buys hockey sticks, and this is notable because this is Boreanaz's thing. He loves hockey.
Whoa, who's his team?
Yeah, he's a big Philadelphia Flyers guy,
Hmm.
and he's this follows him on all his shows. This is the first inkling we get that Angel loves hockey, but next on Bones, Sealy Booth, he sometimes plays hockey.
This
He
is
often
awesome.
wears Philadelphia Flyers jerseys, and he's a big fan of the team. And now SEAL Team, that motherfucker loves hockey too. So Boreanaz, he infuses hockey to all of his characters.
And is he from Philadelphia?
Yeah, he's Philly boy.
Or at least Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Um okay, but then have you ever thought about how he was his name was Sealy and then he was on SEAL team? That's kind of weird.
I have thought about that.
What's up with that? His name was
Yeah,
why
I
is his name
know.
Sealy? Also, that's a weird name.
I don't know. It's such a weird. Everyone on that show has weird names. It's Sealy Booth, and Temperance Brennan. Those are the two main characters.
That's pretty awesome. We call him
Yeah.
Temperance every time we talk to him, or does he have a nickname?
No, her name is Bones.
Oh, Temperance is the woman, Bones.
Yeah, yeah. So
Emily
we call her
Deschanel?
Bones
Is that who
usually,
that
but
is?
yeah, but we call her Temperance, and sometimes Ryan O'Neal shows up as her dad, and he calls her Tempy.
Right. Wait, like Barry Lyndon, Ryan O'Neal?
Yeah,
Whoa, I didn't know he's still acting.
yeah. Sometimes.
Well, I mean that was a while ago, but all right. So but then yeah, you're right. He also got a jersey for Connor. Connor. It
Yeah,
said
and it
Connor on the
says
back.
Connor on the back of it. I think it's cute.
They made a good excuse why he likes hockey though. It's because it's always indoors and they play at night. So that's good for him.
You said the same about basketball.
Uh yeah. I mean, they sometimes
Well,
play during the day. Are there
so
no
does
Yeah,
hockey.
that's a weird thing to say about hockey. Like they're always at night. There's no way that's true. But yeah, I mean, I guess you're right about that.
They just had to justify Boreana's loving hockey.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, good job, cute. I thought his weird gun here is like, oh, that's too cute for me. And then Fred's like, oh, come on, gun. And then he's like, but don't you like that I'm manly enough to deny how cute it is? It's like, what? What is
uh,
that moment?
the gun Fred thing.
I really don't like it. I can't get on
It's
board. I'm
the worst
sorry.
part of the whole season.
I'm
I
trying to make myself, but I can't do it
I know.
because I love Fred specifically so much. But I love we cut.
I only like how it hurts Wesley.
Yeah, right. It's good in that sense. It's
Yeah.
forwarding Wesley. Um, and yeah, we'll see what happens with Wesley. But I like this where Gunn scores an easy goal. So Angel's like, you won't get one past me. And then Angel jumps in there. And then Angel sucks. His aim is terrible. He shoots one right through the window, breaks a window of the hotel.
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking terrible. And then this lady shows up. I wrote her name down later, but I didn't have it yet.
What was it?
But
Aubrey?
Aubrey, you nailed it.
Yeah,
Is there an E in there in Aubrey?
probably.
I thought she was a pretty good actor. She's cool.
She's all right. She's done tons of TV. She was a regular on that show, Army Wives, for a long time.
No, I thought that was a reality show. That's a real show.
Yeah, yeah.
for a fake show.
Army Wives was like a ripoff of Desperate Housewives. Like that was popular at the time. So they're like, let's make more shows about wives.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Her yeah, she has like a big
Also on
story.
that show was Virginia Bryce. So they used a lot of angel actors over there.
Virginia, his girlfriend, his old girlfriend.
Wesley's girlfriend from season 2. She was a
Guys will be
regular
guys.
on that show. Yeah, guys will be guys.
Hell yeah. So she yeah, her son was this made up or was this real? This was real, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. This was real because that informs why she'd be working with
Right.
Holtz.
True, exactly. And yeah, she's got this big sob story about Timothy, her little boy who turned into a vampire. Whatever, he died. Angel had a crazy line. He said, "Vampires are evil, no matter how good they seem. Even though they seem normal, they're evil at their core." Whatever. Remember that?
Yeah, and that made Wesley think like, is that
Yeah,
true of you?
yeah. Well, why did he say that? He's never said anything like that before.
Yeah.
That was weird. He's really off it. And it's crazy. I didn't like the end of this episode either.
Oh, I love the end of this episode, but I mean, it's spooky.
But does that mean was that really Angel saying that? Like that was just Angel. Angel's normal, and he's just like, yeah, well, at least I can eat my kid.
He wasn't talking about his kid.
Who's
He was saying that it just came across creepy because he was holding his kid and there was like
who's he
blood on
talking
his
about then?
face and shit. He was just saying, "Let's get a snack."
What? I thought he said if we got trapped here, at least I'd have something to eat. Basically, I thought he was talking about his kid. He was saying,
Oh,
let's go get a snack." That's what he
maybe he
said to him.
was, but I mean, I think he was saying in jest.
Really? No, I was like, wow. I mean, that's crazy. But all right, so anyway, so yeah, that woman turns out she's working for Holtz, and then we get the credits. Sajan. Sajan was cool this episode.
Yeah, I like Sajan's like getting impatient with Holtz, so he's like, "Fuck it, let's get Wolfram Arden on this."
Yeah. You know, it was probably the MVP. I actually didn't write anything down for that, but Lila. I
Yeah,
love
great to see
Lila.
Lila again. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's true. Um, so Fred, at one point, she comes in to talk to Wesley. She's like, "Hey, Wesley, you've been working hard. You should call that Aubrey. She was cute and she seemed into you." And
Oh, nothing worse than that.
yeah,
Than
the girl you like
the
saying,
girl you
out for
like
love.
suggesting another girl for you to go out with. Oh,
uh, yeah, yeah. And so Lila, she loved this part. We cut to Lila. She's talking on the phone with her mom, and she's like, I forget the line she says, but it's really well written. But you get the sense she has some sort of memory issues, Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, whatever those
right.
big things are. Because she's like, "No, mom, I told you I can't do this. I'm in Los Angeles. You're far away." And she's like talking to her like that.
Yeah.
It's
No, I
very
can't
sad.
come over right now. You remember, like, yeah.
She's very good.
Yeah. Lila and Wesley have daddy issues in common, or what parent issues.
Yeah. Why are you saying that? Are they gonna get together
No, I'm
and
just
bond over that?
saying. No.
Mm-mm. Well, if that happens, now I'm spoiled. Now I'm gonna be like, "Wow, Daniel spoiled that for me." But Sajan comes in. He's like, "Hey, you are good at stuff. Why don't you help me out?" And she's like, "No, I'm not gonna work with you." But secretly, she's writing down on a piece of paper, "Count me in,"
Yeah.
because she's
And
being
I was
listened
like, they
to.
don't have cameras at they
Yeah,
listen
right.
in at Wolfram Harbor. They don't have cameras. That seems
Which
not
is,
great technology.
I would think, if anything, places have the opposite. Like they have footage but not audio,
Oh my
right?
god! I recently they have cameras at my job, and I recently found out they have audio. I assumed they didn't,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and then I started thinking like, what have I said there?
That's actually crazy.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. But people, wow, places record what you say.
I don't know if they're well. I guess they are recording. Yeah, because you can like go back and look at shit. Yeah,
Holy shit! Wow. Uh, so Sajan, he's like, "I need the blood of Angel's son," and she's like, "I already got it." And then we go to a location that is famous in Grand Theft Auto 5, right? The Santa Monica
Yes.
Pier. I always love to see that.
I popped for that for
I did
sure.
too. Me too. I was like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 5.
I went there specifically because of Grand Theft Auto 5 when I visited California.
Yeah. I mean, that is like what it's famous for to me, honestly.
Yeah.
But
And then I found the little skate park that's near it.
yeah, what'd you do? You just hung out?
Yeah, it was like
Talk to the local skate kids?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like, wear a helmet.
I bought some shit on the boardwalk.
That's fun. It is a really cool location, the Santa Monica Pier. It's pretty unique.
I've got
I mean,
a
there are
picture of
piers
me
all over.
over there, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we should post it or something.
All right.
don't
Send it to me. I'll post it. And then Gunn is like, it's Gunn and Fred that are there. This is like a kind of annoying scene or whatever. But Gunn says, Wesley just wanted to chat up my girl, he says. And he's kind of right about that. He was like, he just wanted to send me here to chat up my girl, which is kind of his thing. He's been saying, like, Gunn, do this to get Fred alone, but Fred keeps tagging along. But Fred thinks maybe try to balance the professional life and their romance. But he's like, no, I want both. I want the great girl and I want the great job. And I'm gonna fight for it, Fred. And it's like, all right, Gunn, settle down. You're at the Santa Monica Pier. Enjoy yourself a little bit. but whatever. And I love this part with Angel. Angel's talking to Wesley. Wesley's like heading out, and Angel's like, Wesley, talk to me for a bit. What's been bothering you? And Angel's just sitting there with a glass of blood, just drinking a glass of blood. I love that. Great little touch there. But Wesley kind of deflects. I don't know, and then he heads off, I guess. But Gunn, we're still at the pier, I guess, or we're leaving the pier. Gunn gets a tingle, and Fred's like, "Hey, Gunn, I said stop that." And he's like, "Not that kind of tingle, Fred. Come on." And they go in this building with the carousel. I never heard of this. Why is the carousel in a building?
That's a thing at theme parks sometimes. They have one of those at in Central Park, I think, too. Like there's a little building, or maybe by like cool. Coney Island. Yeah. It is a
There's
thing.
some in malls, I know, too.
That's true.
My mall close to me. But I've never seen this like a separate building with the carousel. It's like pretty fancy. But there are vampires all in there. And Justine's there recording. Who was that guy? I felt like that guy was kind of cool. There's like a vampire guy she was with. Not a vampire guy, just a normal guy.
Wait, what were you saying? Who?
Justine is recording it on a camera with a guy. I kind of like that guy.
Oh yeah, I don't think I looked him up either. Holtz has.
You disconnected.
I know. I know.
But I have a question. Gunn is like fighting off these vampires. Wasn't he stabbed two episodes ago? Was that 2 episodes ago?
Oh yeah.
They really did not. Like he was just like, oh, I'm looking at Fred, so now it's
yeah,
healed.
I know.
That's not how that works.
Remember when Wesley got shot last season? He was like in a wheelchair for like weeks.
It's totally true. And stabbing is worse than a gunshot, I think. It can be anyway.
Yeah. Hey, check it out. I just sent you the picture of me at the location of this Angel episode.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm looking at it. Oh, I think I've seen this photo. I think maybe when you were there. This is when you just went recently.
Yeah,
like last year, you went on the train all the way there, right?
2 years ago.
No, 2 years ago. My bad. Yeah. Did you on any rides? You just looked at it from a distance.
No. I went on some stuff. Here. I'll send you another one.
He's all by himself though. He didn't have a friend with him. It's pretty sad.
No, it's true. It was a sad, lonely trip, but you know.
No, that seems honestly cool. I've never done anything.
I have
like
fun.
That.
Here, look at that.
Oh, that looks so freaking cool. You're like,
right? Yeah. I'm
Holy
in Grand Theft Auto 5 in that picture.
You're like a guy. You're like a character walking in there.
Yeah.
Were you scared someone would like run up with a gun, start shooting everybody?
Absolutely not.
That's what I do. Damn. The ride is like right there, whatever that is. It's like right above your head.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we? I got distracted. I don't know. What happened next?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one that got notes.
Oh, Wesley. Oh, Wesley goes to the restaurant. He's like has this track, like a fast food joint.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I didn't like the part where he's like has this device, but he's like talking out loud for the camera. I always hate in movies when they do that. It's just so
Yeah.
stupid. But anyway, he finds the thing and he opens this little burger boy. And he like becomes like a live guy a little bit and he
Yeah,
talks
I
to him.
sort of like this. It's like one of these things where like there's just supernatural shit everywhere in LA. It's just right under the surface.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of this actually.
Yeah.
And they call it the Gates of Truth, I guess. And his name is he calls himself the Loa. That was kind of cool. Um, and he was like, "Yeah, Angel's gonna kill Connor. Earthquake, fire, blood, in that order.
Right.
Once that happens,
Right.
that's when he's gonna kill him."
And then that
Um,
shit happens.
it does. I have a question. I mean, we'll get to it, but is that Angel's blood at the end of the episode? Does Angel have blood?
Yeah. We've seen Angel bleed before.
Really? I guess I never thought about it.
Yes.
I feel like vampires don't have blood. That's like a thing with them.
No, of course they have blood.
Oh, I mean, of course they have blood. I feel like people that's an easy misconception.
I don't know. We've seen vampires bleed repeatedly.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it's been like a question like how do vampires have babies if they can't have boners because they don't have blood?
Well, how can they have they clearly have boners though? I mean, Spike's fucking all the time.
He is, but he's special. He's a special vampire. He's
How
super.
so? Angel's more special than he is.
Oh, we'll find out in their final showdown. It's got to be all leading to that. Angel versus Vampire. That's got to be the finale of Angel. It's 11:11. Make a wish. I feel like that happens too often. I look down and it's freaking 11:11. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not 9/11 here. Make a wish.
oh, very true. But we go to a bar. Lila's at a bar. She's drinking her sorrows away. Like, oh, my mom doesn't remember me. And this guy comes up trying to talk to her, and he's like, "Hey, sexy lady." He actually doesn't say anything. He just sits down, and Lila's like, "You have no chance with me, man." And he's like, "Oh, all right." And then Sajan shows up, and he's like,
She
"Hey."
says it a lot cooler than that. She's so
Oh, she
dismissive.
is cool. She is awesome.
Yeah.
She's the MVP. Like her stuff with her mom, and then also this here. It's pretty cool. Is Sajan trying to pick her up too, or is he joking?
I think he's joking, but I also don't think Sajan would say no.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Like how Lila wouldn't say no to Angel.
Right. Apparently, Carpe Noctem, baby.
Good job. He said, "Yeah," but I like this line. He says, "I invented daylight savings time." It's a good line.
Yeah.
Um,
Silly.
Aubrey shows back up to the hotel. She's like, "Hey, thanks Wesley for like helping me with all the monsters." And Wesley's like, "Monsters, plural. Nobody said anything about that. What are you talking about?" And Ben, I don't know. I feel like they should have given her a chance.
But I mean, he's right that she's like working against them.
But her kid's dead. Like she's just in this cult, basically. They could make each other happy.
Maybe he should have just like thrown her a bone and then like post coitus been like, I know you're working for Holtz, motherfucker.
Damn, that's pretty cruel. Why not? But then this scene ends with an earthquake. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's pretty bad. And then go to Holtz. They're like looking at the tape of what happened. I don't know. Who cares about that?
It reminded me of Spike in season 2 of Buffy. Do you remember like the Halloween episode starts with like Buffy fighting a vampire in a pumpkin patch, and then like Spike is off in the like filming it on a video camera, and then like they're watching the video going like, see, she's resourceful, and like they're going through like her fighting skills and shit.
Yeah,
It reminded me of that.
tape.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, absolutely. I is this new? Did Angel rape Holtz's wife?
I think we've implied that before.
Okay, because he says here she was violated and murdered, is what he says.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I didn't really know that, but I don't know. But then Wesley shows up, and we like try to get Wesley involved.
Oh yeah,
Try to
that's right.
recruit Wesley onto the freaking team.
Mm-hmm.
And then Holtz was talking about like burying his son, like the casket weighs 0 pounds. I don't know.
Oh yeah, what a complainer.
I feel like I liked this episode when I was watching it, but now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, it's not doing it for me. But I don't know.
This is a good episode. Holtz, I mean, you got to remember, like, to Holtz, his family died like less than a year ago.
Yeah, I guess so. He's traveling through time.
Yeah. He hasn't experienced the last many years.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I'm just complaining, I guess. But then we go back another breakfast. This is fun. New breakfast. I don't know why I said new breakfast, but they're
Well,
like
this is a thing. We keep following Gunn and Fred eating at this diner all the time.
right. There's nowhere else in town.
I don't know. They're regulars here. It might be nice, you know. Like I used to go to the
No, you're
shitty
right.
breakfast spot when I lived in Brooklyn, and like part of it was just that the dude knew my name.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Uh, that's like Cheers, where
Well, that's
everybody
everybody
knows
knows
your
your name,
name. Oh yeah.
not just the one dude. Yeah.
Were you always sad like when you'd go there and he wasn't there? You're like, wow, nobody knows my name at this place.
No, it was always that guy. Like they
He lived there.
it, it was like he owned it. And I think he was like the only person who worked there. So you'd like go
What?
in. Yeah, yeah. And he'd like cook the meal in front of you and you sit at the counter.
What if there were like four people in there at once?
Then he was working on four different meals.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He, that's I've never heard such a thing. Um anyway, but Fred, she's like oh, this is pretty fun. This is like an Into the Blue thing where Fred, she talks to Gunn. She's like, Gunn, if you had to choose, would you choose romance or the
Or
job?
treasure.
Yeah, would you choose love or treasure, Gunn? And he's like, I would choose both. But Fred, if I had to pick, I would choose you. And that's just like an Into the Blue. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But I wrote this down for you. Gunn thinks that Wesley will do the right thing. That's what he says. So there we go.
Yep. Throw a trash can through a window.
Burn down a pizza shop.
Yep.
That's sad. Why'd they have to do that?
You know,
I think I was just trying to make a freaking living
Come on.
with his son.
Sal's famous.
That's fucked up. What was it? That they had no black people on the wall? That's what it was. They were mad about that.
I think it was the tensions of the whole neighborhood arising.
But it was really that, like, because they didn't have any black people.
Well, that's what. But that's what started the fire and shit. But by the time that the thing goes through the window, it's because Radio Raheem got killed by the cops.
Yeah, the guy from he's in Spider-Man. Remember that?
He plays Joe Robertson.
Wow, you know their names. That's crazy.
Well, that's an important character in the comics.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything in the movies. He just talks to Jameson. He's like,
yeah,
yes sir, yes sir. Anyway, so we go. Wesley goes to Angel's hotel room, and he's like, where? I'd like to see their houses. Have we ever seen Wesley's house?
Yeah, of course. We've seen his place with Virginia Bryce. We saw his place when like some dudes jumped through a window once, and they had to fight him. Yeah, we have.
Did Gunn, now that Gunn left his crew, has he moved closer to us?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We don't like we've seen Cordelia and Wesley's places, but I don't know that we've really seen where Gunn's living these days. I feel like eventually everyone's just living in the hotel.
Yeah, Fred and Lauren live at the hotel.
Yeah.
But then the episode ends where we get the earthquake and we get the fire, and we're like, oh no, everything has happened. And then we get the blood.
Yeah, it's one of those dumb things where it's like the prophecy is like there's going to be blood in the sky or something. And then like it's because Connor's blanket is like the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't catch that, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The ending of this episode didn't really work for me. Maybe I don't like this episode that much.
Yeah, you went in pretty positive. I like this episode a lot. I think it's pretty solid. A little better than last week.
The best stuff is Lila and Sajan.
Yeah,
and no Cordelia. That's a problem too.
I like that you've got. Yeah, that's true. It's the first episode of Angel with no Cordelia.
Yeah, so we should pour one out for her.
But I like that Wesley's off on his own mission in this.
No, Wesley's good.
I like some of the Holt stuff. I like.
Oh, Lauren? Where's Lauren?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's not here either.
Yeah.
It's a weird episode. I don't know.
It's a good one.
It's fine. It was close to seeing the Santa Monica Pier for sure. I have it
Yeah,
ranked pretty high. Like, oh wait, I'm looking at my Buffy. I do have it pretty high, too high. I'm gonna drop it. Uh, do we rank 3 stars? I mean,
yeah.
MVP Lila.
I'll go Sajan.
I like that. LVP Gun.
Yeah,
I
I
really hate
guess
doing
so.
it. But it is what it is. And in the ranking, I'm gonna put it here. I have just this run of season 3 from my 20 spot to my 28 spot. It's just season 3. And I feel like I'm not really being fair. I'm just putting them all in a block, which I don't like. But I have it last of that group. I have it between Dad and Belonging. I have it at 28.
I think it's better than both those episodes.
Okay. So I'll go to Dad, go up from there.
Where do I have Dad?
Oh, 42. That's really low. Belonging,
Yeah,
you have at
no.
29. I'll go up from there.
Where do I have last week's?
26. Ahead of it is Birthday. Below it is Heartthrob.
I think you could put it right there between birthday and that one.
Do you think it's better than last week?
Yeah.
How is an episode without Cordelia better than an episode so heavily focused on Cordelia?
Sorry.
I don't see how that's humanly possible.
Mm.
But all right, so you have it at 26, and I have it. Oh, I have it at 28. You have it at 26. I mean, that's not even that crazy.